guys, King Jad here, and welcome to my FIFA 13 7 Scotland Career Mode series here. This is going to be one long episode because I've got a backlog of episodes to get through, and I thought I might try and give you some bumper episodes, and if you don't like it, I'll shorten it again, you know what I mean? But I've got a lot of footage to get through, or to catch up on. But sorry for the no video trial, whatever, but I'm a wee bit ill. But I'm going to do also videos again when I start with this one. So, we ended the last episode with a bombshell of Cech wanting to leave Chelsea. He's tired of playing second fiddle to Courtois, and we get more over the clubs interested in him as a bidding war is about to begin over Cech. But we must focus on our clash with Everton as we aim to keep in contention with City and United at the top of the table. We see Aguero leaves City to join Real Madrid, while Chelsea confirm they've granted Cech's transfer request. But we line up to face Everton, except I'm not bloody picked. Cahill and David Luiz are in defence, and Moses opens the score after 12 minutes. Benzema doubles our lead after 53 minutes, but Pienaar scores a goal back for Everton just after the hour mark. But we manage to hold on to the lead to pick up a vital 3 points. We take a look at the league table to see how that changes things, and we're up to third, just 4 points behind United and 5 behind City. Arsenal do have a game in hand over us though, as they're 2 points behind us. Our next match is a Capital One Cup second leg clash against Southampton, a game which we have a 2-0 first leg advantage, but between that game and now, the Saints hosted us in a league game and won 3-0, so we can't take this match lightly. I'm partnering that perm-headed little bitch David Luiz, and we're 90 minutes away from Wembley. After 8 minutes, the Saints win a corner and I block an attempted effort on goal to give myself an early rating boost. A couple of minutes later, I try to intercept Lallana's pass to Jose Fonte, but he gets the ball, squares it to Mayuka, and he smashes it, but Courtois pulls off a sensational stop to deny him. After a spirited start from the Saints, things calm down a bit, and Chelsea go down the pitch and take the lead when Moses gets the better of Fox in the box, and his initial shot is saved by Gomez, but he smashes Ebert into the back of the net to make it 3-0 on aggregate, 1-0 in the night, and it is game over. On 51 minutes, I block a pass before tackling Ramirez and slide the pass to McEachran to deny Saints a glimmer of hope of pulling themselves back into the tie. It was a quiet game. The game ends 1-0 to Chelsea, and we are in the final of the Capital One Cup. Who cares what we're rating? Afterwards, we see Cech has left Chelsea to join Juventus, and Rafa Benitez is furious at what he sees as a betrayal. I personally can't blame Cech. He's not played once, I think, since I've arrived. Of course he'll want to leave. To the transfer window deadline day, and Dortmund try to sign Benzema, but are told to fuck off, as he's our striker. And Chelsea sign Lovren, a centre-back from Lyon. He's a solid defender, and I can't help but wonder if my time may be up at Chelsea already, as I'm often on the bench for Cahill and David Luiz, or even John Terry sometimes. And now Lovren's joined, so it'll be even tougher for me to break into the squad on a regular basis. Cash out Sunderland signed Samba as well, which made me lol a bit. Imagine a team spending lots of money on signing a defender, bringing him into the Premiership in hope of turning their season around. That sort of thing never seems to happen in real life. Anyway, we're playing Norwich in the FA Cup next, and my fears are indeed realised when I'm benched. Lovren and Cahill playing in defence in what is Lovren's debut. Garrido is sent off for Norwich after a half an hour before Benzema scores from the penalty spot to give Chelsea the lead. That was all that separated the sides, and Chelsea march into the next round of the FA Cup. I get an email telling me I'm chosen to play in the upcoming Scotland friendly matches against Argentina and Paraguay, which will be a good test for me, and afterwards there is a media speculation about my role at the club with the arrival of Lovren, which has me wondering whether my time is already up here or if I've got a role to play after all. But we have a home match against Liverpool to focus on, so let's see if Rafa can get one over on his old club. I'm partnering that perm-headed little bitch David Luiz for this game, and in the first 3 minutes I get a tackle in Barini, which makes the rating go a bit mad. After 42 minutes I win a huge header which finds Torres, who plays a lovely 1-2 with Moses before running in goal to put Chelsea into a lead against his old club. Rafa and Torres coming back to haunt Liverpool. I shush the critics who question my role at the club, and before half-time Liverpool nearly equalise, but Courtois is forced into a great save. But let's see that son of a bitch again. How the hell did Allen get away from me? Looking at the replay, a combination of poor control from him and EA glitching just shows I was nearly cheated out of EA. EA nearly cheated me out of conceding a goal. The ball just morsed through Allen's foot. Same old fucking bullshit. We go into half time with a slender lead, but we're going to try and protect it for the second half, but sadly this doesn't work at all, because 2 minutes into the second half, David Luiz cripples Barini, and Liverpool got a penalty kick. Barini steps up himself and smashes it into the net, and we are level once more. In the 69th minute, I decided to be a one-man team. I slipped past challenges and bear down on goal, Liverpool quaking in their boots as I stampede forward. But then I pass it to Ramirez, who fucks it all up as usual. This game ends 1-1, so frustrated again at Chelsea's impotent attacking for it. My end-game rating was 6.8, but we can concentrate on playing for Scotland, as I'm selected to play against Argentina. There is no Messi, as it's only a friendly, and he's not even on the bench, but there is Higuain, Di Maria, Gaetan, and this guy called Barkos. Now, something about Barkos you might not know. He plays in the same team as Wellington in the Brazilian league. You know, Wellington, like the Brazilian guy, is a crazy Russian league striker. But Barkos has 95 finishing on Ultimate Team. He's a non-rare gold card with 95 finishing. And he's got amazing penalties as well. What the fuck? Barkos has got better finishing than Messi. Seriously. Anyway, I started getting off by getting booked for filling Barkos, and then Costa cripples me after half an hour. That wee midget bastard will pay for that. But before I can take revenge, I am replaced by Hamill, which means I need to play out the entire second half as the full team by myself on Legendary against the mighty Argentina. Oh fuck. But after 55 minutes, I do a fake shot of Fletcher and drill the ball past Willie Caballero in goal. Scotland are beating the mighty Argentina. Come on! We can do this! Who the fuck are we kidding? We can't do this. Argentina won 2-1, thanks to the usual kind of EA bullshit. But it's only a friendly and it's a spirited performance from the Scots all the same. More importantly, how's my injury? My in-game rating was 5.9, but I'm out for 3 weeks with a sprained ankle. My season objectives are slightly amended to compensate for this enforced break, but I'm just gutted to be injured. I'm going to miss the other friendly of Paraguay, so I sit in the stands as Mulgrew partners Hanley at the back. Hutton scores after just 2 minutes to give us a lead before Stephen Fletcher doubles it at the start of the second half. That is how this game ends, but we're back to Chelsea once more, and I'm injured for the next match, the next batch of fixtures even, and this is a big one, away to title-chasing Manchester United. Cahill and Lovren are our two centre-backs for this clash, and Benzema gives us a very early goal, but it is cancelled out almost instantly by Ashley Young. Then Young gets his fucking second after an hour to put United ahead, and we lose this match 2-1 to all but end our title hopes. Afterwards, Rafa Benitez says he's unimpressed with me. I'm bloody injured, you balding prick! Shove your facts up your ignorant arse! Chelsea play Milan next in the first leg of the Champions Cup, and David Luiz partners Terry. Romeo opens the scoring for Chelsea, but Nosrino equalises pretty quickly. But Eden Hazard comes off the bench to put Chelsea ahead once more. 2-1 is how this game ends to Chelsea. A slight advantage, but the away goal for Milan might be crucial. We move swiftly on to the FA Cup where Chelsea host Aston Villa. Before that, I edit my pro a bit. I give myself the giant throw trait, and also change my style a bit. Having been out injured, I shaved my head, but let my beard grow in, not being bothered to shave it as I was out injured so long. Against Villa, Moses scores early on, before getting a second goal in the 23rd minute. Hazard makes it 3-0, and this has just turned into a rout. This is getting ugly for Villa. Benzema adds to Villa's misery by scoring himself to make it 4-0, and that's how this game will end for Chelsea as they march on in the FA Cup. Mikel sadly broke his ankle and is out for 3 months, but more importantly for Chelsea, we have the Capital One Cup final with Newcastle to play. And I'm back, baby! Those 3 weeks were agony as I missed big matches in the league away to Manchester United, I missed big matches in the Champions Cup against Milan, and I missed playing in the FA Cup 2 against Aston Villa. But I'm fresh, I'm back to play alongside Cahill in my first ever cup final, and hopefully I can help Chelsea win something at least once this season as the league looks like it's gone. After 6 minutes I pass it to Mata, which boosts my rating, but sadly Mata's touch is atrocious and he loses it. On 11 minutes I win a header, and it's a comfortable start to the game for me. Usual kind of start. Right before half time though, we win a corner kick and my initial header is blocked. But I tackle Santon before he clears it though. I try to cross it towards the back post, but this is cleared away and the chance is eventually lost. I spent a lot of that first half in this game anyway, trying to help us attack, but I didn't need to worry about it because in the second half, Sturridge paces through to open the scoring after 50 minutes. After 65 minutes, I then intercept a pass and try to start a Chelsea attack. This actually happens, and Benzema's through on goal, but his shot is well saved and Newcastle are still in this match. But a single goal is enough to win Chelsea the cup. We are the champions of the Capital One Cup. The ticker tape falls from the sky, Chelsea celebrate like a bunch of dafties, Newcastle cry their wee eyes out, but what matters is we deservedly won, and I played a part in that victory. My endgame rating was 7.8, and now I am back. I hope to be playing a big role in helping Chelsea in the FA Cup and the Champions Cup also. Sad news for Chelsea though is that Moses is out injured for 3 months, and annoyingly for me, I'm benched for the QPR game with Lovren partnering that little bitch David Luiz at the back. This game was only decided by a single goal, Benzema scoring after an hour to give us the win, which sees us 5th in the table, behind Liverpool and Arsenal. We'll be looking to fix that, and we're home to West Ham for a fierce London derby. I'm alongside Cahill for this clash, and after 3 minutes I need to head away his dangerous long ball, giving my rating an early boost. Annoyingly though, despite my decent start, West Ham get through with a long ball, Maiga shrugs me off, his initial shot is saved but it hits Ivanovic, which leaves Maiga with a tap in despite my desperate attempt to block on the line. I was actually having a really solid game, and this header at the start of the second half shows how busy I was. My rating is that high because I have to do all this kind of thing a lot. After 68 minutes I got a towering header and my rating is ridiculously good, up at 9.6. This was so frustrating to play though because my teammates could not do a thing right. They're running through on goal but deciding to run into the bloody corner instead of through on goal or shooting. I'm not able to pass, I'm not able to tackle, I'm not able to head it. It was shockingly bad from my teammates. I firmly blame EA though for making legendary difficulty cause a sort of AI for your own goddamn controlled team. The game ends 1-0 to West Ham, and I had a lot of positives in that game, but as I said, Chelsea let me down, they were god awful. My endgame rating was 8.2, and look at those stats. I won a lot more headers than that. I had so many interceptions, and it's safe to say my team let me down. So let's not think about the league right now, instead let's focus on Milan. And Dale, don't fucking pick me. Fuck you Benitez, Chelsea need me, a lot more than they need you. We're up 2-1 from the first leg, and after 21 minutes David Luiz gets a crucial away goal, but Boateng equalises for Milan. El Shaarawy puts Milan ahead, and as things stand we're going to go to extra time, but Juan Mata gets a goal, what's a second goal for Chelsea, another away goal, and now Milan are fucked. Chelsea advance in the Champions Cup, Lovren is suspended for the next match, and we may actually get some European glory for Chelsea after all with me playing. In the FA Cup we're in the quarter final against QPR, but we've struggled against them before this season. I'm alongside Cahill in defence, and after 23 minutes I win one of those towering headers to give my rating a wee boost. Right on half time I forced Courtois to make a fine dive and save as I chested it away from the QPR attacker who was about to acrobatically score. I don't think it was going in, but it looked like it was going to hit the post at least, so it was good that we managed to deal with it anyway, deal with the danger and keep the scores level. And then I screw up. Courtois throws it to me, Naked tackles me and scores. I didn't want the ball, I didn't ask for the ball, but I was given it under huge pressure anyway, and I couldn't get rid of the ball in time. I burst hard trying to make amends, but I end up being booked for sliding in Bosingwa as I tried to win the ball, and on 67 minutes I find myself through on goal. But I'm not good enough at shooting, and my effort is hammered straight at the keeper before it gets cleared. Bloody typical though, I'm the most attacking threat in our entire fucking team. My teammates are letting the fans down big time. We end up losing the game 1-0. I tried so hard to get something from the game, but with my teammates performing so poorly, there's only so much I can do. The annoying thing is, I'll be blamed for defeat. Never mind, the other Chelsea fucking players not being capable of passing it to one another or trying to shoot. Blame it on King Jad, who was put under severe pressure by his own bloody keeper. I'm getting sick of playing for Chelsea, I'm going to be honest here. I'm getting sick of playing for Chelsea, and I think I'm looking for fucking pastures now come the end of the season. My in-game rating was 6.1, and we'll see Liverpool, Man City and Man United all in the semi-finals of the FA Cup too. All Chelsea can do though is focus on finishing strong in the league, as well as some chance of European glory. This has been King Jad. Hope you enjoyed the video. Peace out!